All right. Well, hello and welcome everyone to today's Make September the Best Month for Your Practice webinar. My name is Jacob Borkover here on the webinar team at Rectangle Health, and I want to thank everyone for taking time out of their days to be here with us today. We've got a wonderful presentation with Stephen J. Anderson. We're going to be talking all about how to avoid common September traps and make it really a productive month for your practice. So before we get into things here, just a quick background on who we are at Rectangle Health. We work with over 30,000 medical and dental practices all across the country in all 50 states, and have a practice management bridge solution that does all things from simplifying compliance, patient engagement, and patient payments. So if there's anything we can do to assist your practice, I'll be sharing some more resources at the end of the presentation. And then also, we've got a really special offer today where anyone who books a demo through the link I'm going to put in the chat will get a $100 DoorDash gift card that we're calling Lunch on Us. So we'll take care of your practice with a nice little lunch surprise for your day. And then this is a CE course, so it'll be 1 hour, one CE credit. We are PACE accredited through the Academy of General Dentistry to provide CE for this course. So be on the lookout. That CE will be in your inbox from whatever email you registered from by the end of next week. So be on the lookout for that. The only requirement for getting the CE is we need you to be on for the duration of the presentation. And then also we're going to have a few polling questions pop up throughout just so we can make sure you're paying attention. So if you're on a mobile device today and you can get to a desktop, we do recommend that. It'll be a little bit easier of a viewing experience and it'll be easier to answer those polling questions. And then at the end of the webinar, we're going to have a survey pop up at the end of the screen there. Please fill that out. We always like to know how we're doing and how we can continue to provide you with the best webinars. And then if you have any questions at all throughout the presentation today, you can just place them in the chat there, or you can email us webinar@rectanglehealth.com. We'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. And then the most popular question I get is, will you be sending out the handout recording? We're going to have all that information coming to you in a follow-up email by the end of the day tomorrow. So if anyone from your staff missed the presentation, you want to share the presentation with the doctor, whatever it may be, we're going to have that covered for you. So with that, I am really excited to introduce today's speaker, Stephen J. Anderson. He's an internationally known business strategist, entrepreneur, author, and in-demand speaker. He's known for his innovative, data-driven systems of communication to create profitable, positive, service-focused organizations, many in leading healthcare practices and allied companies. He's founded more than a dozen growing and diversifying businesses, including the Total Patient Service Institute, Keystone Dental Management, and Crown Counsel. We've known him for a long time here at Rectangle Health, and we are very excited to have him presenting today. So, Steve, with that, I'm going to send it into you. Take it away.
Thank you, Jacob. Great to be with everybody today. We are ready for an information-packed next few minutes. So get out your pens, get out your paper, and get out your phone, because there will be some resources that will be available that will help you implement what we're going to talk about today. So if this is our first time together, let me give you a quick little background by way of disclosure. As Jacob mentioned, I'm the founder of the Total Patient Service Institute that specializes in the implementation of the highest level of patient service and case acceptance skills in dentistry. Our mission is to make dentistry the #1 patient service segment in healthcare, where patients say yes more often than anywhere else in healthcare. We'll talk about some of those systems today. Our community that has grown out of the implementation of those skills is called the Crown Counsel. It's an affiliation of practices all over North America that are committed to creating a culture of success in their practice for their team members as well as for their patients. And also, I am a founder and trustee of the Smiles for Life Foundation, which has grown into be one of the largest charitable foundations in dentistry, having raised over $51 million for children's and dental-related charitable projects around the world. So with that, with all of the different ties that we have into dentistry, I'm going to share with you today some things that are proven to work that can help you counteract and reverse one of the most common trends in dentistry. Now, every business, every industry has ups and downs. It can be kind of like a roller coaster. In retail, of course, big sales during the holidays. There's peaks and valleys in any industry. In dentistry, we have the same thing. You have Christmas trends, you have summer trends, and in dentistry, we have September trends. September can tend to be one of the most challenging months in dentistry for a couple of different reasons. One, we're ramping up back from summer, so the team may have been on vacation and we haven't put quite as much effort into building the schedule coming into September. Yeah, back to school. Patients are reorganizing their schedules, trying to get back to a new normal with kids in school and reorganized schedules. And so September, if you're not careful, if you don't do anything about it, can be one of the most challenging months in dentistry. So I always chuckle because typically in September, as it gets to be the mid or even in the beginning parts of September, I'll get calls from dental practices all over the country. This is Steve, our September's not looking so good. And it's like, are you surprised? Because this happened last year. A shorter month, fewer work days because of the Labor Day holiday. Back to school. There's a lot of component parts to this. Now, I'm going to add to this and special meaning for our webinar today. On top of the typical September factors, this year, we have something additional. We're in the middle of a presidential election cycle. And typically what we've seen every 4 years during a presidential election cycle, there's additional uncertainty. People aren't quite sure what's going to happen. And when there's uncertainty, then many times there's reluctance to go out and to spend. So September, presidential election cycle, all those things working together, it is a great opportunity to make a decision. And that decision is one of two ways. Either one, just go with the flow and see what happens, or make a proactive decision that you're going to do things on purpose to make your September and the months ahead productive and highly record-setting months. So our whole objective today is to make September a super September, one of the best production months of the year. We're going to go through a battery of ideas from which you can choose to reverse the trends and have a great month of September, October, November, into the end of the year. You will not be able to do all the ideas we present today. You will be able to do some of them. So take good notes. Again, I'll provide a resource sheet for you here as we get into this that you can take back to your team as you plan your September and your months ahead. So let's get started. The first idea is exactly that, what we call an idea factory. So the idea is now in the month of August, as early as possible, sit down with your team in a special team meeting and have a super September idea factory. Now here's how the idea factory works. Is you set the goal as a team that in a short period of time, in just a few minutes, you're going to come up with at least 21 ideas on how to make September a banner production month. Now, the reason we say 21 ideas is it forces everyone to be highly creative. And what we know is quantity produces quality. In other words, you'll come up with more quality ideas if you have 21 ideas to choose from than if you're just trying to find, let's find one or two ideas and you're evaluating them and picking them apart. Don't go that route. Start with 21 ideas with no evaluation on the front end. Everybody throw out ideas. You write them all down. And once you have at least 21 potential ideas, then you can go back and pick and choose and evaluate what makes the most sense and which ones are most likely to produce the result that you want. So an idea factory, and I'll give you a resource today that when you have that meeting, you can go fully armed and ready to your idea factory with a whole laundry list of potential ideas that you can put in front of the team so you can create your own list of potential super September ideas. So with that, Jacob, we have our first poll question, just to make sure that you're paying attention. So here's the first poll. What's the minimum number of ideas to generate in your idea factory? 10, 15, 21, or 30? Minimum number of ideas. So you can go ahead and vote.
All right.
Participation is required for your CE credit today. So go
All right,
ahead
Steve.
and
You're,
vote for
you're
the right.
pretty much paying attention. We'll give everyone a few more seconds here. All right. Looks like 23% said 10, 3% said 15, and then the remainder at 74% said 21. So pretty
Very
good.
good. Glad 74% are paying attention. So 21 ideas. Again, no evaluation until you come up with 21. And then out of those 21, you can pick the best ideas then to execute and implement in your practice. All right, next idea. Typically, when we get into the last 3 months of the year, we send out benefits remaining emails, text messages, letters to our patients so that they take advantage of any remaining dental benefits they have that have not been used during the year. Our suggestion is get started early. Start sending those notices out in September for all your patients who have benefits remaining, and you can get some of that production on the schedule in the month of September. Don't wait till October, November. Get started now so you can even out that production. You'll have a greater likelihood of maximizing that unrealized potential if you'll start early, because that'll give your patients more options to choose from in terms of when they come in. So benefits remaining starts now. Next is have a no insurance, no problem promotion. So this would be where you target your patients that do not have dental insurance. And in the month of September, you'll have a special promotion where you take special care of your patients with no insurance. And so you do a special promotion, maybe around certain procedures, maybe around any outstanding treatment to say, hey, if you don't have any insurance is no problem. In the month of September, here's a special opportunity to come in. We want to make sure we help you take care of all your dental health needs. And when you come in the month of September, here's what we will provide. So you can decide on what the promotion is or what you'll do for your patients without insurance, but you can target that group specifically to come in the month of September for a special benefit. Next is what we call a crown day. So what a crown day is inviting any of your patients who have unscheduled restorative work, crown work that needs to be done, that you pick a day in September and do a crown day. Then you send a message to all those patients, whether it's text, email, or mail, and you say, for all of our patients who have outstanding work, specifically in September, on this special day in September, we've made arrangements with our team and our lab to provide special treatment at a very, very special fee to help you get the work, the needed work done that you need to be done. So call us today, schedule your appointment on this specific day, whatever it is, and we'll be happy to extend that courtesy to you to help you get your work done, something of that nature. So pick a day. We've had many practices that have done this, and they end up having several days because they get so much scheduled treatment. So it can be one of your most productive days, doing a crown day in the month of September. I wouldn't do this any other day of the year, but in the month of September, when you're working to build your production, then this is a great idea to do a crown day. Now, associated with that, why not do a clear aligner day? So whatever your technology is that you're using, there's several different technologies out today, Invisalign, trays, there's others, is do a special clear aligner day where you do consults, and anybody that comes in, you invite your patients in on that particular day, you do the consult, and anybody who accepts treatment that day, then they get a special fee on your clear aligner days. So you can promote it around that special fee. Pack the schedule. Again, this can be one of the most productive days that you have all year and potentially in the month of September. Again, we're targeting different patient groups in the month of September to tailor make something that fits their specific situation, to give them an added incentive to come in while we have time on the schedule. And then it's a win-win. Great win for them, great win for the practice. Everybody wins. Similar deal for implants. So go on a hunt in your patient base for anybody with missing teeth, anybody that's a potential for All-on-X, whatever it might be, and do a special implant initiative where when they come in on a special day, whether they have a diagnosed implant treatment that has not been accepted and moved forward yet, or they have missing teeth, you can do a special implant day where they come in, whether it's for a consult or the actual treatment, and they can get started in the month of September. So there you have several different special days centered around specific types of treatment that will boost your productivity in September. Now, this is a reminder, and this is part of the whole September strategy. This is what I call the 6X return. So what we know is that anytime we do any kind of a marketing effort where we're pushing out a message to our patients, that you can get up to a 6 times better return if you'll follow that initiative up with a phone call or text messages directly to individual patients. A 6X return. Many people will see it, they'll get busy, they'll get distracted. But when somebody follows up, then it gives them an opportunity to interact and act and get it scheduled. So implement the 6 times return with phone and email follow-up to any of these groups that you specifically targeted for a September initiative. Okay, next poll question, Jacob. Here you are. You can multiply your response to any marketing campaign with phone or text follow-up by how much? 2 times, 6 times, 7 times, or 10 times?
All right, answers trickling in here. All right, looks like 6% said 2 times, 91% said 6 times, and then the remainder said 10 times. So
Very good. Glad to see that 91% of you are paying attention. I love it. Thank you. Okay, here is the next factor in fact. In the month of September, we're going to double the effort, right? When we're trying to counteract a trend, we've got to do things differently. If you want to get what everyone else gets, you do what everyone else does, right? Everybody else is kind of business as usual. If you want a super September, we need to double the effort. Double the effort in continuing care scheduling and calls and messages. Double the effort in every area so that we can have an amazing September coming up. Double the effort. Now, what we know is that the best way to double the effort is to measure it. In other words, you set a goal for how many outbound efforts you're going to make in a given day, and then you track it. I like this method, which is manual, where every time you make a call or a text or send an email to a patient, individual patient to follow up, you track it. Who you called, what the result was, whether you left a message, you had a contact, or you actually were able to schedule an appointment. That's what SA means. So you can measure your activity and your results to make sure that you're legitimately doubling the effort and that you're employing 6 times. So implement a tracking system so you know exactly what your activity is. You can't control the result. You can control the activity. So set a goal for the outbound activity, track it, and that way you'll be able to see exactly what you're doing and if you're actually putting in the effort to get the results. Next is a TOPS specific, a total patient specific skill implementation. Let me give you the backstory of what a conversion exam is. This is not a clinical exam. A conversion exam is what we call an emotional exam with an existing patient. So with patients that have been in the practice for 3 to 5 years or more, a conversion exam is when we sit down with them at their regular hygiene visit and have the equivalent of a new patient conversation. So Jacob, maybe I could do this with you as an example. Would you be my patient?
I will be.
Excellent. So if you're coming in for your regular hygiene visit, and maybe it's been uh, 3 to 4 years, maybe 5 years, and I would say this, Jacob, it's great to see you again today. Our team is always excited when you're here because you are 100% reliable. You come in consistently every 6 months, and you're just an absolute delight to work with. We wish all of our patients were just like you. So
Oh,
thank you for that.
thank you, Steve.
So as we get started today, we're going to do what we always do. We'll do an update on your medical history. We'll give you an update on all of your existing treatment recommendations. And with your permission, I'd like to ask you some special questions today to make sure that we stay on track with your goals and your vision for what you want for your health and the appearance of your mouth. How does that sound?
Sounds wonderful. Thank you.
So, Jacob, you've been coming here for 5 years. What keeps you coming back? And then we're going to have a conversation about what you like about the office, what's keeping things on track so that we can keep doing those things. Then I would say this, Jacob, you've been coming here for 5 years. I'd like to take a look, 5 years from today, 10 years from today, as we look forward. And you and I are sitting together at your regular hygiene appointment 5, 10 years from now. Can you share with me what you would want the health and appearance of your mouth to be like 5 and 10 years from now? Paint me that picture. And then we'll have a conversation about that, what your future vision is, what your goals are, what you want to make happen. And then I'll say this, so Jacob, tell me what's standing in the way of moving in that direction. And then we'll have a discussion, if it's finances, if it's time, whatever it might be, to have that discussion. And then I would say this. So, Jacob, here's my goal, is to help you with your goals. So I'm going to be your your dental partner in helping you accomplish those goals. And as we move along, I'd like your permission to share with you anything that I see or that we have available that will help you accomplish your goals. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
So what I'm doing is I'm having the kind of the equivalent of a new patient conversation with an existing patient to hit the reset button, to set the vision and the goals moving forward so that then we have a foundation upon which to build a solid treatment plan based on what the patient wants. So we typically recommend, Jacob, that you do this twice a day. So 2 conversion exam conversations per hygienist per day. In the month of September, bump it up to having 3. Now, we don't do this with everybody because it'll back up the schedule. This is a very, very powerful concept when done right. So we recommend upping the opportunity here. Have 3 of these conversations per hygienist per day in September instead of just 2. This many times will result in scheduling unscheduled treatment, especially when you ask what's standing in your way. It's a very, very powerful concept. So up your conversations with your existing patients, hit the reset button so that you can lay the foundation for future work together. One of our most powerful concepts at Total Patient Service is what we call the morning opportunity meeting. It's not a morning huddle. That's a common phrase in dentistry. This is something completely different, a morning opportunity meeting. And the key word is the middle name, opportunities. So the morning opportunity meeting centers around opportunities to be of service, and specifically opportunities for same day treatment. So where are all the opportunities in the schedule today with new patients, with existing patients that are coming in for restorative care, with hygiene patients coming in today, and with emergencies where we might be able to be of service today and provide great dental care while it's convenient, while they're in the office. So part of the focus of this meeting is to identify those opportunities for same day treatment. So a real focus on this in September to do your chart prep and really focus on how can we take advantage of existing opportunities that are on the schedule today of patients that are already coming in. Big focus on your morning opportunity meeting every day. Next idea is what we call Christmas in September. Most people equate Christmas or connect Christmas with having a white Christmas. I will not sing the song, but the idea is that you can have a special initiative in the month of September to help your patients have a white Christmas, a Christmas in September, where you do a special initiative around teeth whitening. Now, here's what we know is the average practice only whitens 1.5 smiles a month. It's one of the most popular procedures in dentistry, fee for service. Most patients want it, and most practices, it is an untapped opportunity. So make it easy for your patients to whiten their teeth in the month of September. Do a special Christmas in September initiative where you can come in, get your teeth whitened for a special fee, and have a white Christmas in September. Another fun initiative is to focus on the educators in your town. These are people who are serving the community. They're educating your children and the children in your community. So why not do something special and do an outreach for the educators in your community? You know, having talked with many teachers around the country, one of their expressed frustrations is that during the school year, there's no time to go to the dentist. They can't take time off during the day because they're teaching. A lot of practices are not open in the evening. And so getting good dental care, if you're a teacher, can be challenging. So why not do a special initiative and invite all the educators in your community to come in the month of September to get their needed dental work done or their regular routine hygiene visit. You may want to set some special hours in the month of September. Maybe you have a couple of evening hours in September where you do something special for your educators to invite them in and make it easy for them to get their dental work done. Again, it's another target group where you can do some community outreach and expand your influence into the community. It's also a great month to interact with your schools for special education presentations around dentistry. Many practices do this. Well, they'll go into the schools, into the classroom, do a special course, do a special presentation about dentistry and dental care and staying healthy. So a great opportunity to focus on education, educators, and people involved in the school system. All right, next poll question. You can do a special outreach to teachers in the month of September by expanding your hours on a specific day, delivering gifts to local teachers, setting school dates, education dates now, and all of the above. So which of those is the correct answer?
All right, so we've got a little bit of a balance here on this one. So 30% said expanding your hours on a specific day. 70% said all the above, and no one put B or C. Interesting.
Very good. Okay, so correct answer, all of the above. Special focus on education and teachers to expand your results in September. Excellent. Next, September is Stand Up to Cancer Month. So this is a great opportunity to extend an invitation to your entire patient base, as well as to the community to come in and have an oral cancer exam. Most patients are not aware that oral cancer is more widespread than cervical cancer and melanoma combined. It is widespread, and the best defense against oral cancer is early detection. So great opportunity in Stand Up to Cancer Month to educate your patients, give them a special incentive to come in, have their regular dental exam, including an oral cancer screening, so that they can stand up to cancer. So a great opportunity to go with something that already exists in September. Now, these next ideas are right along with that is special days in September around which you might do some special promotions for special groups of patients. For example, September 16th is National Working Parents Day. So why not do a special event, or you could do a couple of special days for working parents. So maybe it is you arrange for some kind of fun activity out in front of your practice. Maybe you rent a bounce house and invite parents to come in and get their dental work done while their kids play in the bounce house and you have supervision, or you have special hours, or something that you do special for the working parents in your practice. Again, we're just trying to target specific patient groups and give them an additional incentive to come into the practice during the month of September. National Grandparents Day is in September. So you could do something fun for all the grandparents in your practice, or the grandparents of your patients. You can invite your grandparents to come in on this special day in September, where we'll take special care of all the grandparents in our community. Share Your Care Day. So if you're familiar, Jacob, I don't know if you have a Care Bear, but they have a special day in September as well. So you can leverage, this is just kind of a fun idea, is share your care by inviting your existing patients to share their dental care, their experience in your office with other people, with a special incentive for them to refer others during the month of September. You might do a fun benefit for the patient who refers and the patient who comes in, but harness the efforts and the influence of your existing patients to spread the word. There's a National Women's Health and Fitness Day in September. Again, this is an opportunity to target and do something special for the women in your practice and in your community to help them understand the connection between oral health and their overall health. So again, you can do some kind of special promotion, something special for women in your community, in your practice. In the month of September, if you come in on this special day, here's what you'll get. Here's what we do specifically for the women, for Women's Health and Fitness Day. Finally, there's National Family Health and Fitness Day, last Saturday in September. So there's an opportunity where you could do something meaningful for the families in your community. We have had practices that have actually done a special event, whether it's a family 5K or a special family discount when you come in September on this specific day. But again, an opportunity to focus on the families in your practice and your community and do something special in the month of September. This next one is specific to us and something that might be of interest to you. We run our Smiles for Life whitening campaign in the spring from March through June, where participating practices offer to whiten patients' teeth for a donation to the Smiles for Life Foundation. Ultradent supplies all the materials, the practice supplies the labor, the patient makes the donation, and 100% of the money goes to charity. So in the month of September, we recommend that participating practices make an appointment to go deliver the check for the money they have raised to their chosen local charity that they partner with. An additional opportunity for you might be to choose a local charity that would benefit from some of your efforts in September. So you might do a special whitening day, and anybody that comes in on that day, then you'll donate a portion of the proceeds to a local charity. But make September a special, what I call doing good month, where you can harness the goodwill of your community to do something good for others. And then finally, back to whitening. Instead of just asking for referrals in the month of September, do something special where you invite new patients who come in the month of September, that they'll get an additional service or a special service like teeth whitening when they come in as a new patient in the month of September. So again, we're stacking the deck, identifying special initiatives we can do during the month of September to increase the schedule, increase production, and make September one of the best months. Again, we call it Super September. All right, so with that, I'm going to share with you a resource where that is a summary of the ideas that we've talked about today, plus some additional ones. I'm going to give you a QR code here in just a second. So grab your phone and you can open your photo app to scan the QR code. Now, I'll show you what's going to happen when you scan the code. It's going to take you to this landing page where you can fill in your information, and then you'll have access to our TOPS virtual coaching library. The hack sheet that has all the ideas that we've shared today will be in that first section where it says hack sheets from presentations. You can click on that and download the hack sheet. And in addition, as part of your participation today, I've also put some free courses in our virtual coaching portal for you, all free as part of your participation today. One is a top 10 performing practice. That's a short course on specific things you can do to be in the top 10% of dentistry, as well as a short course on how to have a positive morning opportunity meeting every day. So those are some free added benefits as part of your participation today. You're eligible to access all those resources. So there's the QR code. You can scan that. I'll leave that up here for just a second. You can scan that, fill in your information quickly, submit it, and then you'll have immediate access to download the Super September hack sheet to then take back to your team, have your idea factory, and come up with at least 21 ideas from which you can choose to have a top producing month in the month of September, a Super September. Additionally, as a part of your participation today, Jacob, I believe you have some special resources from Rectangle Health.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. So just want to let everyone know that as a part of today's presentation, we've got a special offer running right now. So we're giving a $100 DoorDash gift card if you sign up for a demo with us. I have that link in the chat, so make sure to sign up for that and complete a demo with us, and we'll take care of you there. So what we'd be talking about in that demo is our practice management bridge solution. We have 3 different products that roll up into it. One is Bridge Payments, which makes patient payments really simple and easy. We've got all sorts of different resources there to make accepting patient payments really a simple and automated process. We have Bridge Engagement, which is all things reminders, how to talk with your patients, texting, really great resources there. And then, of course, the hot topic of HIPAA and OSHA compliance as well. So everything's all under one system and makes for a really easy user experience. So Steve, you can go to the next slide. And then just to kind of go into a little bit more details. So for Bridge Engagement, we have online self-scheduling, auto reschedule, waitlist management, review generation, patient experience surveys, forms, recall notifications, appointment reminders. There's all sorts of great resources there. And like I mentioned earlier, the whole purpose of this is we know that especially our wonderful office managers out there, you spend a lot of time during your day doing different tasks. And, we've come up with a solution after speaking with office managers all around the country as to how we can make things easier. And that's one of the reasons we put together Bridge Engagement to automate and simplify the way things are done. And same goes for payments. We have online bill pay, vault, text to pay, automatic posting, contactless payments. We're constantly innovating the way that we accept patient payments. And also a big hot button issue is making sure that we're focusing on that accounts receivable number. And we always know that that's a big topic of conversation there. So our solution does that. And then, of course, managing HIPAA and OSHA compliance. And then we've got a great cyber liability insurance policy as well as part of that solution. Steve, I don't know if you know this, but we've found that more people are need cyber liability insurance than malpractice insurance. However, obviously everyone has
Yeah,
malpractice insurance, not everyone has cyber liability insurance. So really
correct.
hot button issue there as well.
Yeah, you are today. I know you're much more likely to have a cyber event, a cyber breach, than you are to have a malpractice case, unless you're just a horrible dentist and you get people sue you all the time. Yeah, there's more bad guys out there in cyber world than there are bad patients. So
Absolutely.
great benefit.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then, as I mentioned earlier, we're doing that special offer. So I have that link in the chat. Sign up for a demo with our team, and we will get you taken care of for lunch on your launch on us. So, yeah,
Love it. All right, I'm signing up. I'm looking forward to
we got you covered, Steve.
lunch.
So
Fantastic.
before we pop off today, just want to give a few final housekeeping. As mentioned, the survey will be popping up when we leave the presentation today, so make sure to fill that out. CE credits will be coming your way by the end of next week, so be on the lookout in your email inbox, and we'll have those CE come your way. And then we're going to send a follow-up email tomorrow that's going to have all those resources you need, the link to the recording, that hack sheet that Steve sent. I just saw a few people in the comments asking for it. Don't worry, we're going to get you the link and get you taken care of there. And then we really appreciate everyone joining us. So Steve, I'll let you sign us off here.
Excellent. Thank you, Jacob. Thanks for being with us today. You can take just a photo of that slide, all the different ways to interact with our team. If you have questions or follow up on any of the ideas that we talked about today, you can email our team at Total Patient Service at answers@totalpatientservice.com, or conveniently just go to the website. We have a chat feature there that is a live person, Jacob. It's not a
Wow.
chat bot. It's an actual live person that can help you, direct you to different resources in case acceptance, especially for the month of September. And if you want some fun, I included my Instagram address, thestephenjanderson.com. One of my favorite features that we do twice a week is called Steve's Peeves, and it is customer service, patient service related mistakes commonly made that you can correct to provide great service to your patients and hear yes more often, including yes in the month of September. So, Jacob, thanks for allowing me to share. Thank all of you for being here, and best of luck as you create your plan and your strategy for a super September.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Everyone, have a great
Thanks,
rest of your
everybody.
day. Take care.